Hear me now?
Yes, yes.
Okay, that's great. Okay, welcome, Ramraj, welcome, Jayanandini, and there are other people also who are waiting in the live. Just a second. Yes, welcome to this day 66, guys. Okay, I think it's day 67. Yes. So today, in fact, we are seeing for the last few days about the accessibility, the basics of WCAG, the website content accessibility guidelines, as well as we are seeing some inclusive design principles. Yesterday, we talked more about that neurodivergent users. With respect to that, we are going to cover very important topic which is called universal design principle. See, being a designer, the reason why I consider this skill is very important is we are not designing only for one people. We are not designing for your friends. We are not designing for your families. We are designing for, I would say, universe. The reason being, every other people is one or the other way mixed with a different set of population. In the earlier skill set, what we saw, particularly with respect to personalities of designer, is there are totally what you call 16 personalities people available, and there are totally five different categories which we can bucket them. Okay, and I've recorded one skill also called how we can design for personality. But here we'll go even little wider here, and then we'll tell how can we tap the universality for this five personality, because there is nothing beyond this. Okay, I'll just send one invite for this people, guys. Okay, they are I'll waiting actually. Just a second. Okay. Just give me one second, guys. Don't mistake us. Okay. I'm just sharing for the people whoever is wanted to come live there. Just give me 1 minute. Yes. Superb, guys. Yes, we'll start now. Okay, so continuing the topic. So there is something called universal design principle. Yesterday we had a little bit touch upon it. There is a little glimpse which I was given to you, and I've also said that how this universal design has first come into my career and what made me really what you call look conscious towards these things. But let me also connect those dots today. We are only going to see the universal design principles. I wanted you to just take a notes like a very what you call a fresh student who wants to experiment with this field. Okay, see, particularly this topic, it may not be making very sense for you. It's totally fine if you're a fresher. If you're already a designer, also, I would say it is very new for you. But there would be some designers who must have come across this universal design principle. So I wanted everybody to, whoever is watching now or in the future, just pay close attention and observe this content. You won't be able to consciously apply anything now, or maybe sometimes it is good, because I've tried to create some activities how students can able to engage in this very brand new topic. Okay, but still I'll try the best, because you guys have to understand that each and every skill what you're learning, it is not really required to learn 100 skills. It will completely confuse you. Okay, you will have to pick the right skill for reaching your goal, and you'll have to become a master at it by practicing again and again and again. People who are coming to the skill booster session every day, I will only tell you that don't get overwhelmed. Okay, this we are doing it for the design for change mission. It's good that people are joining here, taking an advantage. I would highly recommend you to wake up in the morning, just come and attend, but take it with a pinch of salt. Connect with me. That is the only thing which you want. Okay, because our program is like a specific books, but the live what we are creating 100 days 100 skill booster is like a library. If you go and start reading in the library, you will get super confused. But if you know in the library which book to choose, and if somebody guides you, hey, if you wanted to get result, first you have to read this book, then you take the insight and then go and read this book. Once you read this book, your answer will be done, and then you can complete your work and come out of the library. This would be the wisest choice. If you go to the library and just wander here and there, everything, you'll start spinning your head. Okay, so that's the reason I'm telling you, like, based on the codex document, people who have joined you, people who have people in our program, first you will start watching the silver level courses, and then you will start doing the codex, the ultimate codex document. Okay, once if you complete the codex document, the clarity towards where you wanted to become a designer and which industry you wanted to go will start emerging. Okay, so that's where the navigation starts. And then you get on a one-to-one call with me. Superb. I'll perfectly guide you where you can start and how you can go forward. You will not believe, just 1 week before people who have joined, I would say not 1 week, 8 days, okay, 8 to 9 days. Amazing clarity people have got. Previously, they were wandering like anything. So that's what I see it as a result. See, design you will learn. It's not a big problem, okay? You will learn design for sure. Not a problem at all. But the clarity is what largely missing. So without that, don't binge watch like a normal YouTube videos. That's what I would highly, highly suggest for the new people as well as the people who are watching old. But yeah, come and learn. There is nothing wrong in learning. Okay, but implementation and practice part take more conscious attention because there are many skills which we taught. Like let's say I'm going to circulate a Google form, guys. Okay, in this Saturday. Okay, people whoever is joining in a inner circle call at evening 6 o'clock, I'm going to share them a certain Excel sheet. Okay, that Excel sheet is going to uh, fill certain skills till December 31st. We still have another 33 days to complete. Okay, 32. Okay, so you guys can fill which skill you want. I wanted to ask our students first. Okay, already we have covered many syllabuses. If any repeat is there, I'll not take it. Okay, there are certain skills which I've still not covered. So you guys can tell us like what skills we can cover. It should not be a pain point, it should be a skill. See, we talked about sketching skill. We talked about wireframing skill. We talked about how we can able to do, like let's say, this accessibility skill. We talked about interview skill. We talked about 1 week full of law of aesthetics. People who wanted to become a master at visual design, you can go to the last week. We've literally gone to the complete end to end of it. There is one course pending, which is in aesthetics, which is not course skill, I would say. It's called composition. Okay, I'll take 2 days of composition. Maybe the next week I'll take. This week I'll try to complete it with usability, testing, accessibility, inclusivity, and universality. But the main point is we're trying to cover all the wide aspects of this design. Okay, totally there are 139 skills according to me in product design and UI UX design. But one need not have to learn that much. It's too much. Both ho gaya. You will feel like exhaustive. You need to pick 3 or 4 skills and you have to go very deep. But the awareness should be there for all the skill. Okay. So I just wanted to set a very small context because nowadays a lot of people are watching. See, guys, when I started this YouTube live, there were only very, very few people. There was one day, there is only one person available in the call, and even in the live, there was nobody. But I don't stop. I keep creating because I have given the commitment, like I will take 100 skills, 100 days. And the feedback, what we are getting from our team and other people is overwhelmed. That's really nice. Okay. But with or without expectation, I created, you guys take an advantage for your need. Okay. That's great, guys. Superb, superb. I hope you will be in line with what I just said now. With that context, we'll just jump into this universal principles. Okay. Yes. So today is the day 67. We're talking about the universal design principle. First of all, let's talk about the objective. See, create products which is usable by the widest range of users. The name universal itself pretty much is clear for all the people that this is going to be the widest audience. Okay. See, like let's say you can ask many questions here while you're observing this content. Hey, Jagdish, certain people like green color here. Hey, certain people like blue color here. Hey, certain people like orange color here. Hey, in certain culture, white means like let's say in I would say in Tamil culture. Okay, in Tamil culture, wearing white sari is like widows will wear. Okay. In Christianity, the white will be for a different context. Like they go for the church, they do it for occasion of a very auspicious, like wedding and all those things. Okay. And the black color, what we saw sometimes is sometimes bad. Like let's say it's not a good sign and they won't wear it in any function. Even if I choose black color for wearing in any function, in my home, they would ask me to go and change it. I mean, I really don't like this, but the point here is there is a respect for that culture. People have evolved, people have understood this color and this particular energy towards emitting this color is not really good for that vibe and the human, for that culture. So they won't allow that colors to be even worn in any good occasions or something like that, and they will do it for the black is usually used worn for any mourning occasions, like let's say death, or like let's say the death ceremony or something like that, right? But you would say in European culture, many of the biggest festivals and functions, people wear black suits. Okay, so there is a huge difference between the preference of the choice of color. I'm just giving you an example of color. Then how can we make universal, Jagdish? So you may ask this question. It's a very interesting perspective to really discuss. Okay, but the point here is you can draw a parallel. You surely can draw a parallel if you guys wanted to create a very good impact using your design thinking skills to create some very very good impact in the world. You guys can draw a parallel which you can make a common universal design for it. I'm just taking an example of color, but you can take an example of anything like a composition, like graphics, like visuals, like interactions, like psychology. See, there is a book called Design of Everyday Things. Okay, I have that book here. So the Design of Everyday Things book is not only for one set of designers in India, or maybe one set of designers in Europe, or maybe one set of designers who is sitting in the Australia. This is for damn entire globe. Don Norman has written. It's a very good book. I would say anybody who wants to, Jagdish, I don't understand what is design. I've been studying it for 1 year, 2 year, 1 month, 2 month. I would highly recommend to start that book and just start reading page by page. Try to read 2 pages per day. Initially, you won't understand. But once if you start understanding it, the way in which your consciousness will open is very different. So I'm just saying this is a little universality. Okay. How many of you don't know that everybody likes brown color? Can you say why? I want everybody to answer this question. Everybody likes brown color. Why? You may say like this, I don't like brown color. No, everybody likes brown color in the entire world. Can somebody tell me why? Go ahead. Can somebody tell me why? Guys, please switch on your camera. Come forward. I wanted you to tell brown color is liked by everybody. Jay Nandini, Anju, Subhash, Ponish. Come on, go ahead, guys. Tell. You can open mic and talk, no problem. Ramraj. Go ahead, go ahead. Let me see how your consciousness is getting evolved, guys. Go ahead.
It's something related to nature colors.
Okay. Ramraj, you're a little bit closer. Can you little bit elaborate it? Can you little bit elaborate it? You're a little bit closer. Hmm. Come on. Go ahead. Of course, see, universal design, I told you it was liked by everybody. You must be getting the connection, it's like nature or something. But why? Why people like? See, nature also has green color, no? If you take nature, it's majorly green, I would say. Or maybe blue, the skies, maximum visibility what we have skies. But why we like brown? Have anybody understood why chocolate is in brown color? Have anybody understood why coffee is always in brown color?
It gives us that calmness.
Okay. Type that's okay, Punish. That's a great start, I would say, but that's not the ideally correct answer. Why coffee is all brown color? Why coffee is brown color? Okay, soil. Subhash is saying soil. Okay, that's great. Okay, that's not the only reason, Subhash. So you're referring back to the nature. I am asking a question. Nature has green, nature has blue, but on spite of this, brown. There is something called intuition, subconscious, and a conscious decision. Okay, I would always vote for subconscious 80%. If you like a product, if you like a website, if you like a service or anything, that is for emotionally 80% reason. 20% reason logical. Like let's say this is functional, this is good. I'm able to complete the form in this website. I'm able to book the whatever application I wanted to intend to do in this website. Functionality 20%. But 80% is an emotional decision why we like something. Okay. Same for brown color also. We like brown color intuitively, subconsciously. Why? Why coffee is brown color? Why chocolate is brown color? Tell me. Go ahead. Why we like brown color a lot? You may say, "Hey, brown I don't like." No, we like everybody likes brown color. This is a universality. Come on, guys. I wanted to get some more perspective from you guys before we jump in. Subhash, Anju, Punish, Ramraj. Hey, something is happening in the phone call. Just a second. Is everything is good, guys? My audio, video, everything is clear. Okay, but people are saying some error is there. Just a second. Okay. Yeah. Yes, guys. Go ahead. Go ahead. Answer. Answer. See, I'll any which ways tell you, but you will have to also Give your thought process, because the more you interact, the better it is for me also to help you build that perspective rather than me only just telling. Okay, that'll be better. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, give it a try. Last try, or else I'll go ahead because we don't have time. We are running out of time. Okay, let me make it clear, guys.
Sir,
Reason. Ah,
to balance the brightness, if those colors are so bright colors,
okay.
whereas brown will be.
No, okay, that's fine. That's a good try, I would say. But I will give you the correct perspective on why brown is liked by all. We have a billion years of evolution, guys. Okay. See, whenever you have a doubt in your answers, always go back to evolution. You will get it. Okay. Don't believe this newspaper, this media, this people's opinion, perspective. Some, even I would say design books or anything. That's okay. One angle. But if you wanted to get the truth, a bare truth of it, you will have to always go back to evolution. Okay. Subconsciously, have you seen our skin is brown in color? Sensually, we like to what you call to take brown as a very inherent part of it. Okay, see, you can say, like, let's say the humans who have evolved billions of years ago, and then we have evolved from the animal, and then we have evolved from the monkey, and then we've been in the bare skin for a lot of years, for multiple years, for hundreds and thousands and millions of years. Okay, so brown is a very very sensual color which we like. Even when we don't say I don't like really brown, that's okay, but intuitively you like. That is why people have a lot of favoring for coffee. Have you seen any coffee with red color? People have understood this. Sensorial designers have understood the food which is having this brown color is liked by people a lot. I don't know, if you eat blue chapati, you will be really happy. But have you seen brown chapati? Like, pretty common, right? Food industries have understood this very easily because we like to eat the brown, because primarily our skin is brown. You have to understand this is one sensorial information which you have to understand, and we like to eat certain colors with that thing. If a color is very different, the liking towards us is very different. This is universal principle. Okay, this is not for culture perspective and other thing, and universally you can tap it for everybody. Yeah, there are some white skin people also, but the point here is we subconsciously like and we get attracted to browns a lot more than anything else. That is why chocolate is in brown. That's why cocoa is in brown. That's why coffee is in brown. That's why many of the food items, if you take in front of you, it's in brown, because there is an attraction which we create using that particular color. This is one example, guys. There are a lot of examples which you can draw parallel. Please start reading about this case studies a lot. What is mean by universal principles and what this can bring to the designers being a product designers on its own. Okay. But now I'm going to give you a little perspective also. Okay. Like, let's say, majorly the objective for us here is to focus on inclusivity. I talked about universality. I talked about seamless user experience for diverse groups. This is how you draw a parallel. See, nature has given us this point. Okay. See, green is for healing. You really cannot say that green is not for healing. I'll tell you why. Billions of years, millions of years, what we have evolved, we have used Ayurvedic and green methods to cure ourselves. Like, let's say, if anything happens for our body, people have understood this is the medicine which nature has given us. Allopathy and all these things came 100 years before here. 100 is bigger, or 1 million years is bigger? 1 million years is, of course, bigger, right? The kind of habit what we have ingrained as a human beings is very, very strong. Our habit conditioning is very, very strong. Certain colors and certain choices we cannot really question, because that has become a universal point of it. Okay, so what happens to these people who are living in the ice regions? There are humans who lived in the ice regions also, right? For them, the greenery is very, very less. For them, they used rock. They used, like, let's say, what you call a form of salt which is from the soil. They used some kind of a rock which they used to take it, and they used to put it as a medicine. You will not believe, one of the allopathies, uh, trace back, if you go back to the earlier thing, it was actually from the salt. All the allopathic tablets and other thing, if you take, it will go back to the salt. Why? Because this has been evolved from the ice regions, the cold regions. Those people doesn't have much greens. We have been seeing a lot of greens because we've been brought in a tropical region, and people who evolved here have come like this. Because of the transportation and logistics and trade, a lot of medicines gone from here. Ayurveda has gone to that place, salt has gone to this place, allopathy has come here. There is a lot of mismatch happened, but Universe is universe. Universal principle is universal principle. Majority of the people, how they've evolved, we need to understand this. So by getting into this basics, you can just draw a parallel between what people really like and how we can create an impact out of it. See, ultimately, why we're learning this skill, we have to know that how we can able to tap the universality for each and every audience what we are designing. Particularly, this talks about the broader audience, like includes user with disabilities. 1 billion people globally lives with disability. I already told you that by UN. Okay. So what is the other benefit? It reduces the complexity. See, when you make something universal, this is going to be used by a lot of people. Their cognitive load will be very, very less because intuitively you choose that color. Brown, I gave you the reason, right? So if that is being used, then intuitively the people's liking will be very, very super. You don't have to consciously market it or tell that, hey, this is good, this is good. No. Have you seen name board, guys? Have you seen, like, let's say, highways in Europe? Highways in Europe. Can somebody tell me why this has been blue in color? Quick, quick, quick. Can somebody tell me why it's blue in color? In our place, it is green, right? But can you tell me why it is blue in color? Ramraj, Jayanandani, Punish, Anju, Subhash. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Try it out, guys. If you're not trying, you will not get it.
Blue sky.
That's great. Who said that? Punish.
Yes, sir.
Excellent. Perfect. So if you put red color here, imagine if you put red color here, it will irritate the driver and he will derail the road. He'll get into an accident. If he puts yellow color, it will not be much visible. If he puts, see, in our place, it is green color. But majoritively, this is actually universality because blue is the sky and it is very soothing. When we are driving in the highway with 100 kilometers per hour speed, if this color is being put, we will have much more universality feel compared to the green color. In fact, in our place also, many government authorities are considering it to we change it to blue. We are having right now in India, it's a green color, but predominantly it should be blue according to me. Because see, consciously there is something which which we already know. Being a designer, we'll have to tap that. So you need to get this understanding, guys. There are a lot of things which a designer needs to understand with respect to the principle of universality. If you guys are developing the conscious towards it, the way in which your designs will be there, it's totally different. Like you will see that your design will be liked by most of the people. Why? Because you have understood the concept of concept of universality, and you're trying to reduce the cognitive load of the user. Okay, and ethical and business responsibility promotes equity and drives user retention. Inclusive practices increase annual revenue by 28%. I told you, right? If you really tap the universality and make it work for disabled people, accessible, like let's say inclusive, what we saw yesterday and day before, you will be able to create a far more impact in design compared to the people who are only specifically designing for some people. Yeah, it's good to design for specific people. I will never tell that is not okay. Do it. But also think about universality. Think about these principles because this is ultimately going to make you as a broader level designer. Okay. So now let's get into the concept of it. Let me tell you guys, this is a few concepts which I have thought which would be great, such as put it out. Okay. But you guys can really draw because universal design is very, 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 very vast. First of all, let's talk about equitable use. This is one concept. Okay. Like let's say it is usable for the people with diverse disabilities and diverse ability. Like let's say some people might have a problem with respect to disability to hand. Like let's say they don't have hands. How can you make the people, how can you design a product? Like let's say they can also drink tea to prepare. Like let's say if they're living single, okay, people with the normal hands, they can take the milk, they can put the coffee, tea powder, and they can drink the tea. But without the hands, can you design a product for these people to design coffee or a tea for them because they are living alone, right? They can't ask their neighbors to come and put a tea for them. Can you design a product for them? You can take the data, how much people are without the hands. That there will be a lot of numbers, huge numbers. If you can design a product which can be used by the people, like let's say a voice command, hey, I need a coffee 300 ml. Automatically that sensor will take the voice, it will start the work, and it will automatically mix the correct amount of water and it will produce it. And there will be an interface also. People who have the hands, they can press it, they can get it. So you can think about how we can able to serve for all the people. This is one small principle which I'm just giving you guys. Okay. Solution could be n number, but get the point. That's what I'm majorly trying to say. Okay. Just wait for 1 second, guys. Just wait for 1 second. Just wait for 1 second. Oh. Okay, go and mark your attendance, guys. People who are in our community just get 100 points for the same because you can get an advantage out of it. Okay, I told you point system is there. Go to the learning management system, feed, and take an advantage. Okay, just a second. Okay, let's come back to the class. Fine. So I gave you a little example of what is this particular universality about. Okay, equitable use. First, I talked about it. Second, flexibility. See, the definition says that accommodates individual preference and abilities. Adjust font size for websites. Example is like you can use whatever size you want. In fact, this is one heuristic law also. Like let's say when you're using this Microsoft Word document, imagine if you don't have Control Z or Control Y, what happens to your life? Your life will become miserable if that one option is taken away. Okay, that is called freedom, flexibility. So, and you cannot say, hey, it is only for professional editors. It's not for the people who are just like that, students who are using it. No, we have to give it for everybody. That's called universal. Whether you like it or not, everybody likes Control Z. I mean, is it okay or not? Type out of the chat yes, if this is okay or not. Because the reason is this is needed. We make mistakes. We are humans. We need Control Z. We need Control Y. Undo, redo. If that is taken away, it's gone. There is no talk about whether somebody likes what you call Control Z, Control Y. This is universality. Think about it, guys. Whatever I'm telling is universality. It's not a preference choice, okay? Oh, now only I'm seeing your message, Ramraj. It is a base color like land, tree, skin. Superb. I can connect your dots. That's great, Ramraj. Correct. Perfect answer. I did not see your answer earlier. Okay. So the point here is color I talked about, and I'm talking about certain functionality, and this is how the universality can be achieved. Let's talk about simple and intuitive use. Easy to understand regardless of experience. Like let's say if you're designing a product, let's say if you're designing a consumer goods, okay, if you're working for a consumer electronics company, Samsung or something like that, think about how people can understand this is danger, this is not really what you call good to use. Like let's say if you're designing a microwave, okay, for a home usage, imagine the microwave, if a kid goes and operates somewhere wrong, it should not burst, it should not get into a problem. So you should hide away the features which is relating to safety and criticality. Either you can draw a red color symbol, you can create the interface like let's say do not touch, or maybe you can create the interface at the back side of the machine. You don't have to create it at the front. If they needed that feature, people who only know the knowledge, they will know that I have to go to the back, reach and press this. Because for kids, we can't educate them this way, right? So you as a designer has a responsibility to make it simple and intuitive to use and hide the features which is more alerting and danger. Have you seen in many what you call in many I would say highly critical machinery parts, you can't just like that switch off the machine. There will be two taps. They will ask you press and hold continuously to switch off. Have you observed that? That means it is to avoid, like let's say, people may accidentally press the off button and the entire machine will shut down. So they are consciously asking you press and hold. Have you seen? That means the designer has created a conscious decision for somebody to come and just tap it and hold it for sometimes. Then they're consciously telling that, okay, switching off is happening. See, this is how, because human make mistake. We touch wrongly. Of course, we hit it, right? But to avoid those mistakes, considering those human errors, we are creating a universality saying press and hold. Okay. Have you seen the simple Lysol bottle, guys? How many of you observed the Lysol bottle? How many of you observed Lysol bottle? Like switch off mobile phone. That's great, Ramaraj. Super example here. Excellent, excellent. I really appreciate you. Okay. Have you seen Lysol bottle? Lysol bottle you can't open. Why? Because kids will open and just drink. Lysol bottle you'll have to press on the side of the cap. You'll be seeing a small what you call a land, a press side hold for it. You can only hold this, press it, and then you can open. Kids cannot open it. Why? This is a safety feature. Think about it. So these are all universal principles, guys. You don't have to even think much. These are like very, very pretty common. Perception information. Communicates. You can see the Google minimalist homepage design. That's okay, fine. So it should be very simple, intuitive to use, and same time it should be also like, let's say, preventing the error, which I've talked about it. But anyway, it's coming now. Okay. So perceptible information communicates information effectively for all the user. Traffic light with a visual and auditory signals. Green. Entire world, if you go, green is green. Red is red. How many of you wants to debate with me in this? We cannot question this. These are all universal principles. Green is for go. Yellow is for stop. Red is for stop. Yellow is for getting ready. So these colors are like pretty common, and you cannot really question that because we've been ingrained in our habits for a very, very long time. And then tolerance for error. You need to avoid the errors. Think about it, guys, because it's very, very vital for us to understand this perspective also when it comes to universality principles. Okay, I hope this will be really clear for you guys, because this is a skill which you have to develop. Understand that. Okay, and also think about low physical effort. Like, let's say, how we can make it even more less physical effort for the people with the different disabilities, with the different learning curve, with the different digital literacy. If they are not educated, how can you make it really universal for them? Like, let's say, I would say Google, what do you call this? Let's say Google Pay, GPay, right? It's a very universal, I would say. Even age-old people can learn it. Even kids can learn it. Everybody can do the payment in just 1 minute. It's a very simple app, right? The learning curve is very small because they have understood. Like, let's say Google has option to pay or send money. Sorry, to receive money. Pay, receive. If you take 2 3 years before, Google app, like say GPay, was very, very superb. In fact, I liked that one. They had only two options when you open Google Pay. One is you can pay money or you can receive money. Simple, two options. People do it for only two reasons, right? But now though, when you open, like, you have hundreds of options. That's okay, fine. But universally, like, people have just only two options: either you send money or you receive. That's the ultimate objective of this app, right? So nobody gets confused there. That's called universality. You drive the people for your advantage, and then you reduce the error. Okay, and then you reduce the physical effort as well. And like, let's you can say minimalize physical effort. Lever style door handles that don't require twisting. See, how many of you know this twisting doors confuse a lot for the people? Like, let's say, many times you try to put left side, you put right side, confusion, right? Until you know that your house you're doing every single day, you can't use it in the public that way. Okay, but when you have a lever, what happens? When you have a lever, what happens? You will be intuitively knowing how to hold it and how to change it. It's very simple. One or the other way, you will get it really fast. The error is very, very low here compared to the knob handle. When in Don Norman, Design of Everyday Thing book, he talks more about this door handles. Please go and read it. It's an excellent analogy and examples which he has created. Okay. And size and approach. Size and space for approach and use. Appropriate size and space for access and manipulation. Spacious elevator for wheelchair and strollers. See, there is something called anthropometric dimension. How many of you don't know about this anthropometry? Okay, we'll talk about it separately in a day. But anthropometry is a dimensions which can be used for all the people. Okay, like, let's say there is a dimension for bathroom and toilet for the disabled people. Architects has to understand it before constructing it. You cannot just like that design one toilet and bathroom for your comfort. No, they have calculated that wheelchair length and the specially able to people, and then they have given this. I did one project for Blind People Association. We designed a toilet and bathroom for this blind, okay, visually disabled people. Then and only we also understood that we need to consider this. And there is a dimension which a sink needs to be there, a wash basin needs to be there. Everything is dimension, guys. These are like universal principles. Okay. This same anthropometry will little bit change for China and Japan. Why? Because Japanese people are anthropometrically a little short. When you go for Netherlands, I went for Netherlands. You will not believe. When I go for the washroom, I need to see my face like this because it's too tall. Anthropometrically, Netherlands people are very tall. Generally, if you take any Netherlands people, they'll be tall. Africans, tall. Okay. And Japanese, short. Indians, moderate. So anthropometrically, the difference comes. But how can you make it universal? You will not believe, guys. I'll always take one example. Okay, right now it's not there in front of me. Have you seen the Apple 10 years old headphones? The headphones, wire headphones. They have touched the universality. They have created 90 different prototypes. They checked with 300 different sets of people. 300 into 90, how much? I don't know. It's 2,700 or something. They have 2,700, 27,000. I don't know. Like, they have created those much of sample data to find out which size really fits universally for all the human. Apple is not designing separately for African people because they're tall. They're not designing for only Japan. They're not only designing for India. They're designing for the globe. And damn, it is suitable for every people. Fitness, homemakers, office going people, style liking people, trendy people, non-trendy people, age old people, kids, people who live in Japan, America, US, UK. This is called universality. You need to put a lot of efforts in product development to make that happen. That's why they are becoming damn successful in the world. Apple is the first company to reach $1 trillion, and Amazon is soon reaching that. So think about it. Automatically, the revenues of the company will go skyrocketing if this kind of a universal principles is being understood. And people who take care of these things in their design and development process, far ahead. These people do a far ahead difference in their entire product development. Okay, like I'll show you the. I would say this is the Apple Wire headset that I'm talking about. This is the most famous. Out of all the Apple headset, I don't know if these products are very successful or not. This is the most, and you will not believe this entire headphone industry and other mobile industries have copied this. They've literally copy pasted it because this is proven. Even though AirPods have come, it's 30,000, 25,000. The comfort what you get in here is no way matched. This is just 2,000 rupees. Very, very simple cost, low investment, but you get the maximum impact out of here. In fact, for our people also who won the award in the last design, this level up challenge, we have gifted to one of our students. I mean, I really like this because if you don't have any headset for interview or something like that, if you want a good sound quality, please invest. Super. Very minimal cost, super. Because you need to talk very clearly to the people in the interview, right? So I would highly recommend to use these headphones. So there's an examples what I'm telling you guys. This is all universality. But think about how same size and concept can fit for everything. Okay. So that is the main thing. I'll quickly give you small analogies and example. Google Maps, common for everybody, right? Perceptible information. Apple VoiceOver, equitable voice, built-in screen reader enhances visually impaired people as well. Yesterday we talked about it. Netflix subtitles and audio description. I think we talked about it. See, these are all the things which we talked about in the inclusivity also, but this is also universality. You need to get this clarity, guys, okay? And also, you can take Amazon Alexa, flexibility in use, voice-based interaction. Everybody can use it, right? Hands-free people, people who don't have this interaction knowledge, they just have to talk here. That's it. When you don't have to even become a digital what you call interface guy or maybe to learn this software to operate on it. It's just a voice command. Just play the song, it will play. That's it. Okay, Microsoft Teams, simple and intuitive to use. A lot of people who are starting their career in, like, let's say office corporate environment, they will be start using Microsoft products. Why? Because all the companies have really designed kept this product which is most simple and effective to easy to use. Even the clerk can use Microsoft Word. Even a professional designer can use it. Even anybody can use the Microsoft Word. It's like a universal. Okay, so think about it. That is the example of digital product. If you take physical product, you would say, like, let's say I would really go for something like ergonomic chairs as an example. Low physical effort. Have you seen the ergonomic chairs? The chairs are all designed like this. Why? Because lumbar support is really required. You cannot really play, I like only this particular backbone support. I'll give you only this one. No. You need to take care of the shoulder. You need to take care of the spinal cord. You need to take care of the, what you call the lumbar region, support, comfort, cushion, how much height we require, how much hand rest we require. Certain things are very universal, guys. You can't change it. For that particular context, you will have to do the designs for that. And you can take public water fountains, dual height spouts for adults and children. Have you seen this in airports? Public water fountains in airports. When you press, the water will come. The height is commonly adjusted for kids as well as for the adults, both in the common median. Those are like universal things, okay, which you can really observe when you go for the next time. Elevators with braille and voice announcement. Like, let's say, have you seen the voice announcement in the elevators? Because that is for also the blind people, and you will see the braille dots in the elevators, and they will know that the elevator is going up and down. And also it will be voice enabled. People who are having a like let's say they can't see, they can hear it. At least people who are not able to hear, see anything, they can just touch the braille and just can understand. And also normal people can understand. So universally, this is all the example. Inclusive playground, size and approach for all. Playground designed for children with or without disabilities. I've not seen much about it, but I took it from the online that there are some playgrounds which is universal for all the people, kids. Okay, and also good trips. I mean, good grips. I'm sure. I'm not sure about it, but you guys can go and read about it. Okay, so this is all examples which I'll give you guys. If you take UI UX, I'll give you some more examples. Airbnb multilingual interface, like let's say Slack keyboard shortcuts, Zoom virtual background, and Dropbox simplified interface, and LinkedIn accessibility features. How many of you have used this LinkedIn accessibility feature? Keyboard navigation, screen reader support. It's there for most of the application, but yeah, these are all some of the common things which you can use. Like let's say Dropbox has a drag and drop functionality, which is most intuitive to use because drag and drop is pretty common for all the people who are using files, who are using large files, who are managing files. Google Drive also nowadays implemented that. Previously, Google Drive was very irritating. Drag and drop feature was not there, but now they have implemented it. Even you can drag and drop a folder itself. Automatically, Google Drive will sync. So think about all the interface and designers are now going into universality because they wanted to cover a larger audience. Very simple. End of the day. Okay. So now I'll give you one activity, guys. Can you just think about one universal situation, one product? Okay. I'll give you 3 minutes time. Go to the online. Okay. Search for one product. Jagdish, I feel this is universal. Everybody can use it. I gave you a lot of examples, guys. Okay. Don't bring the same examples. I wanted you guys to little bit think. I'll wait in this call. Okay. But you will have to understand the reason why we're doing live activities. You guys need to get this clarity. Okay. That's great. Chandrakar has joined. What's the point you're trying to make? Okay. I'm trying to make universality is very important being a product development people. And we'll have to learn this skill, Chandrakar. Okay. Have you getting it? This is what I'm trying to say with a lot of examples, but this is my point. So now I wanted you to take one example, Chandragar, and put it in the chat box. What do you think is a universal design principle according to you in one product? It could be digital product, physical product. Take an example. Automatically, you will know what I'm trying to say. Okay. Your time starts now, guys. Time is 6:44. Take time till 6:47. Open Google because you can't do a physical design research now. But you can also do one thing. If you have any product around you physically, do take it. I'm more than happy to see that example. Okay. Subhash, are you here? Jayanandini, are you here? Ponish, are you here? Switch on your camera and take this activity and show it to me, guys, in the camera. If physical product is there, I'll be more than happy to see that.
It's a zebra crossing. The color.
Mm-hmm.
It's a zebra crossing.
Zebra crossing. Excellent, Ramraj. Superb. I really appreciate you. Excellent, excellent example. Okay. Can you take one more example, Ramraj?
And mobile call function, green color and red color. It will applicable for Android and.
That's great, yeah. Superb. Ramraj is in a great flow. Chandragar, now you're understanding what is universality. I hope you will get clarity. That's why I ask you to take examples of yourself, because if you take examples, you will get more conscious. Anju is typing. Okay, that's great, Anju. That's good. That's good. Excellent. Excellent example. Okay, what about others? What about others? I want everybody to type out, guys. Mouse. Mouse. What in mouse? See, mouse is very generic, Jayanandani. What in mouse? See, Ramraj is given a specific example of zebra crossing. In every country figure, zebra crossing is there. Think about it. In mouse, like let's say you can say left-hand side or right-hand side. Okay, mouse shape. That's what I'm asking. Good, good. You're mentioning about the form. Okay, good. So Ramraj was mentioning about the color, which is the zebra crossing. You're mentioning about the shape. Okay, form. Good. Excellent. What about Punish? What about Subhash? What about Chandrakar? What about Divya? What about, there are a lot of people also there. Okay. 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 Chandrakar, are you here? Kadi Yala. Okay. Great, great. Go ahead. Type out your answers, guys. What do you think? What do you think any other product could be? One more example. Subhash, are you here? Because the more examples we bring, the different perspectives we can able to develop over here. 2 more minutes. I'll give you. Take more examples. Don't think, just go to online, Google, and take it out.
Sir, digital example chats, sir. We will chat on this side and receive on that side.
Which side?
Our chats will go on the right side and the receiver chats will come on the left side.
Oh, that is great, yeah. Wonderful. Excellent, Punish. Excellent. So, guys, one more example. Excellent. So, you guys are in line. I can totally understand that you guys are getting the point. But what about Jayanandini, Subhash? If I'm seeing some examples from these people also, it would be super. Or you guys here are going into the sleep. Okay, that's fine. No problem. It's early in the morning. Totally get it. Okay.
Now,
Paper
nowadays,
size. Superb, Jay Nandini. Excellent.
nowadays it became a port, sir. Mobile port, yeah, laptop port, Type C port for charging.
Super example here. Excellent, Ramraj. Excellent, excellent. Hey, Subhash is also giving the same. See, Subhash, this is actually not universal. I would say you choose the adapter to show universal. See, I have one connector, okay? I got it with my laptop when I got the laptop. So they gave me one pin. Okay, charger is separate. They gave me one pin separately. They call it as a universal adapter. I asked why universal. Sir, if you're traveling to US, if you're traveling to Europe, if you're traveling to Japanese countries and all these things, or if you're in India, you can use this adapter. They said, oh, is it? I asked them why. They said it's a universal adapter. So if you put in any plug, it will work. Oh, that is called universal design. Thank you, Subhash, for reminding me this. Okay. But the pin what you're showing, I'm not sure whether it is really universal. But I'll show you what is universal pin socket. Okay. I'm not sure whether the example what you've taken is properly correct. But yeah, let me show you. Yes, this is exactly universal. How many of you don't know this? You can even put the round pins. You can put the Japanese style, this stick pins. You can put the Chinese kind of electronic products here. You can do everything. This is called universal adapter, universal socket. Sorry. Okay. So you need to think about it. How your product can go. Like let's say my wife she purchased one. Like let's say the hard drive, not hard drive. She purchased one charger adapter that has a very different pin. Like one stick is there, another bottom stick is there. There is no round here. So if you get the universal socket, automatically this will plug inside. And with that universal charger, you can go and put it in the socket box. So think about it. So these are all some examples. That's great, but thank you so much for that consciousness, Shubhash. Okay. So now I wanted you guys to do one activity. This is a real contribution. You guys can try it out. Can you take one product which you think only is being used by certain people? Can you make it as a universal? Can you redesign that? Try it. I'm not saying you do it for 1 month this project. You can definitely do for 1 month also, but try it out quickly. Before you go for the lunch today, first half, try to design one universal product which is more accessible for all the people. You take an example of a bad examples. Like let's say you can say, Jagdish, this has been only used by certain people, not intuitive, not accessible. I will make it more accessible. I'll change the color. I'll change the form. I'll change certain design. I will tweak it. I will make it universal for all. Try to do it. Just show the visual. That's enough. Okay. You can just put a small sketch and you can put a small drawing. You can take an online reference and example and then you can show it to me. Because you guys have to take an example of bad things and convert it as a good. That's the responsibility as a designer we have. Okay. So identify the accessibility gap in commonly using digital product. You can take digital product also, guys. No problem. If you find any gap in the digital product also, Jagdish, this is not used by everybody. By creating this small interface, this button, or maybe this kind of a voice feature, it can be used for universal. Give me an example. Take a screenshot, draw that visual, send it to me. And you can happily document it in your portfolio also, guys. This is a great finding. People would love to see this kind of a skills in your portfolio. Try to do it. If you take 10 examples and do it, it would be really becoming a super project in your portfolio. Do it. You can take 10 mistakes. You can take 10 universal principles. You can take 10 alternates which you're trying to create. And you can put a project named Universal Design Skills. And then you can put all these examples and screenshot what you collected and create a portfolio of your project. No problem. People would love to see that because you are developing the skill set, right? So think about it. You can simulate the, let's say the real-time environment, go to talk to people or find some online references, do whatever you want, but try to bring the best solution for it. Okay. That would be a real good contribution which you're doing for this world. Okay, you don't have to do the third one. It's a little difficult for you guys, but just leave it. Okay. Okay. Let's conclude this session by saying how it is going to engage the user. Universal design activates the brain reward center, improving satisfaction. 90% of the user prefer intuitive, accessible products. I told you. This is a big number, guys. 90% user prefers intuitive, accessible products. So now you understood, right? Why Apple has created that kind of a headset for everybody. It reduces cognitive load. Simple designs lowers mental effort. I already told you. Brand perception. Companies with inclusive design are 2x more likely to be seen as innovative. Accenture research said that. That's why Nike I really like because they have that, like let's say inclusive design. They have for all the people products. Okay, and particularly I would say the Tesla car. The Tesla car, even everybody can drive that car. All the features are enabled for blind, dumb, deaf. It's a really good what you call vehicle, I would say. They have created a brand like that way. Okay, so yeah, so these are all the three things which you have to remember, guys. Now let me give you some prompts as well. If you're completely stuck, you guys can definitely use it. Okay, just give me some example. Just give me a minute. I'll copy paste in the chat box so that you guys can do it. Wheel. Excellent, Jainandri. Wonderful, wonderful. I really like it. Excellent, excellent. Okay. Cooking pan. Okay. Cooking pan. What cooking? See, you should not be generic. How I'll understand. Even in the wheel, I would ask you, what is the universality? Is it the circle shape, or is it the form, or is it there are alloy wheels, there are rim wheels, there are steel wheels, there are hollow wheels also, there are rimless wheels also. So tell what is universal. That is what is going to make me understand what you're trying to say. Okay. Let us put for the people who are in the YouTube live also to use this chat so that they can also get an advantage out of here. What's the point you're trying to make? Okay, Chandradhar, I am reading the point again. You copy paste shortcut in all application. That's great, Divya. Excellent. Divya, you have joined late. That's okay. No problem. Okay. Guys, please don't mind me. This chat GPT prompts are not coming here properly, but I would also put you in this format. Okay. 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 Take an advantage, guys. If you guys are completely numb, you can use these prompts. You will get a lot of good universal principles and you guys can create a very good example out of it. Okay. So take advantage of it. Take advantage of chat GPT prompts. Use it. Okay. That's great, guys. Let's go back to the session. So the call to action is Sunday, we are conducting a webinar, guys. People who are joining new, I would say, please come and take an advantage. Okay, it's a webinar where we conduct and we'll give you complete idea of end to end how we can able to take your design career into next level. If you really wanted to join and work with us, if you wanted to make a big difference, I would say please register for that webinar and just take an advantage. Sunday 10 a.m. we have that webinar. It's going to be a 3 hours webinar, 10 to 1, and come up with a notepad and pen. Just register yourself first for the people who are watching first time or brand new or maybe in the later. Take an advantage, okay? And you will be able to redirect us. And also people who wanted to learn from our podcast, I would highly recommend you to go to our podcast channel. You put your keywords, whatever you want to learn in design. The podcast is going to throw you everything, guys. It's a one what you call. It's a universal design according to me. I have created for all the designers. You can go and type any keywords, pain point, you will get answers for that. Okay, so think about it, take an advantage. And we've been writing very detailed blog article, guys. Yesterday I've written one blog. How many of you have read that? Please go and read it. This is the most detailed blog I've ever written because a lot of examples, lot of case studies. I've used multiple sources to bring this into one place, and then I've created that blog. Please go and read it. It's there in the LinkedIn in my latest blog. Okay, I'll also paste that link if you guys want it, because that's like a huge efforts we have put to bring that. And people who are reading about that in one go, you guys can able to get a lot of clarity over there. Okay? I'm just pasting that link as well. Just take an advantage of that, because you guys have to first take an advantage before the others. Just a second. Yeah, I'm just copying this. Okay, just take an advantage. Okay, I'm just pasting in the YouTube live as well. Okay. Excellent, guys. Thank you so much. I hope this session is really a good. The final outcome, what we got is we understood the universal design principle, gain practical experience, build empathy, and enhancing our design portfolios with the solution. So create around 10 solution maybe until the weekend and try to put it in your portfolio. If you're very interested, Jagdish, this skill is very exciting for me. Why don't you take it? Take it forward. Any skill, guys, remember, if you practice for 31 days consistently, at least for 2 to 3 hours per day, you will become a master at it. If you wanted to even make a global level impact with that skill, practice it for 10,000 hours. Simple. This is the skill. 31 day, it will become a practice. 10,000 hours, you become excellent. If you don't know how to do a neurosurgery, practice for 10,000 hours, you will get it. If you want to learn rocket science, if you want to learn astronomy, if you want to learn physics, if you want to learn the biggest, deepest, complex concept, 10,000 hours. If you put on any skill, you will become a master. Brian Tracy says that, my mentor. So the point here is skills can be learned and you can able to create a global impact with 10,000 hours. But now it's not even 10,000 hours, guys. Even if you cross 5,000 to 7,000 hours sitting and reading a particular topic or a skill, you become excellent at it. Like, let's say if you wanted to go deep into UX, or maybe if you wanted to go deep into creating interfaces, if you want to go deep into creating some kind of a universal design, go 10,000 hours in that one particular area. The more narrower you go, the better it will be, guys. My mentor always used to say, the riches are in the niches. Okay. Generic things don't work. You need to be very, very niche, micro niche. The more narrower you go and choose your skill set, the more money you can able to make in that. You will be able to create a far more impact. Generic things won't work, guys. Generic things are, I am a UI UX designer. Gone are those days. Okay. In UI UX design, what you want. See, we have a lot of skills. So pick one, learn it, and become a master at it, guys. Okay. Thank you so much, and have a great day, guys. And people who have not yet reviewed or rated us, I would also highly recommend you guys to just post your rating. That would be a great support for our Design for Change brand, also to reach a lot more designers. And this is the one support what you guys are doing, okay, for the common public, whoever is also watching, and for our people as well. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. And if you have any doubts, just reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to help you out. And if you have anything needs to be taught, okay, can you repeat once again about today's task? Okay, you will have to take any mistakes, Ramraj, whatever is there in the online or digital product, physical product. Like, only certain people can use it. But you try to design it for making it universal.
Okay.
That is better. Take one example. First, one example, do it. Okay. If you're comfortable, you can do it for 10 examples also before this weekend. But I would be happy just take one, because you need to just get this concept. That's it. Okay. Any one example, physical example, digital example, anything you take, no problem. Fine. Fine, Ramraj. Cool. Ramraj, Ponish, Anju, Jayanandini, Subhash. Excellent, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. And Saturday, we're going to have an interesting session, guys, in the Inner Circle call in the evening. Please do join there. And we will see something very, very fascinating. Okay. We are also bringing one mystery guest. Okay. One of our students have got the results, and we'll make that as a mystery guest, and we'll get the success principle from this guy, and we'll learn from this guy. Okay. I'll also try to bring one special guest in the Saturday, but let's see how it goes. Okay. See you on Saturday, guys, for the people who are joining in our program new. And yeah, people are attending every day morning. Come for 6 o'clock tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.